Hi again, everybody. Rob Kennedy from the Hoop Group. We're here to talk recruiting, and specifically, we're here to talk to those guys and girls who are sophomores and below. Okay, we've spent time talking about where you should be in the process if you're a senior. Last week we touched on where you should be if you're a junior, and now we're going to address our sophomore classes and below. And I think the first and most important thing that you got to understand right now is here's where is the most important thing for you as far as recruiting is concerned right now. And that's to focus on two things, all right? Your academics and your basketball. And past that, you're not going to have to, at this point in time, be doing a whole heck of a lot more than that. So what do I mean by that? So guess what? You're too early in this whole process to really know what you're looking for in a school and what level you're able to play at yet. Okay? There are some exceptions to both of those things, but for the vast majority, it's too soon to start worrying about the recruiting process as far as where do I think I want to go? Let me get a list of 10 schools. Let me breathe, relax. All right? Here's what you got to focus in on. Academically, A, are you taking all the courses that you should be? And I'm not just talking about, we got two things, right? Am I taking all the courses I need as far as being able to qualify as a Division I student athlete, right? I got all my core courses, I've got all my English, history, etc. in line. That's one thing, right? The second thing is, from a course standpoint, if I want to play at the very highest academic levels, all right, whether it's Division I, II, or III, am I taking those classes that are going to challenge me and that are going to help me get admitted? Okay, because how you've gone out, especially nowadays, more so than ever, admissions offices are looking at your schedule, not just your grades, but what classes you're taking. Are you challenging yourself? Do you have an intellectual curiosity that's going to spark their interest from an admissions standpoint? Okay, and then obviously, so am I taking the right classes? Am I right? And then am I putting as much time, effort, and energy as I can into those classes to get as good a grades as I can? As well, have I taken the PSATs? Where am I as far as that? Because at some point in time, those numbers will help sift through some of the levels academically of where you are. All right? So that's from the first standpoint where I think you need to be. Second is basketball, right? We're in the middle of our high school basketball season right now. There are kids who don't start for their JV team as a sophomore who are going to end up being really good college players. We got some kids who start and score 20 a game on the varsity level as a sophomore. Some freshmen who are playing varsity level who will never end up being to the level that they think they're going to be. We still got plenty of time for growth and advancement. So if you're one of those kids who's playing a lot as a freshman and a sophomore, great. Take full advantage of it, but understand it doesn't mean anything. Just because you score 1,000 points doesn't mean you're getting a scholarship. Just because you start as a freshman doesn't mean that everybody's... It's all about your growth, right? Your size for the position, your athletic ability, everything else, okay? If you stay hungry and humble and keep working at your game and keep getting better, then yeah, you've got a little bit of a head start for somebody that maybe isn't playing. Or it's the level of school that you're playing at, right? You could be at a school that's not very good. Guess what? You should be starting as a freshman, right? Because look who else. Or you're at a terrific school, basketball-wise, and you're not playing a lot, right? You may not even be on the varsity. That doesn't mean anything. So again, we're making sure that we are working as hard as we possibly can, that we are taking advantage every single day in practice, right? To get better, to work at our game, to improve our basketball skills. The better student you are and the better basketball player you are, the more options you have. You've heard me say that a million times. It sounds so simple. That's because it is relatively simple, all right? So don't get worried in all that other stuff and start to get books and research. Focus on yourself right now and not be focusing in on the colleges right now, okay? And if you do that, I think then things will start falling into place. And then as we move on, as we get done with this academic year and into your junior year, then we'll start bringing some of those other outside factors in, all right? So again, if you got any questions, comments, please email me at robk@hoopgroup.com.